What's up, guys? John here, aka the real Shafi'i. I don't know about you, but I want to make better decisions for the rest of my life. Did you know that some scientists say we make up to 35,000 decisions every day? The low end of the spectrum is about 27. And either way you slice and dice it, we're making quite a bit of decisions every single day. Now, if you've ever had buyer's remorse or any type of regret or second thoughts about a decision you've made, hopefully these nuggets that I'm going to share today will be beneficial to you, because I know they have been for me. When it comes to making decisions, the first thing I want to share with you today is that all decisions are all emotional. That's right. Every decision that you will make or have ever made is based on emotion first, and second, it's based on your logic. And I don't care how logical or pragmatic you think you are, you have emotions. And your emotions dictate your decisions. Even the simple things. What clothes to wear? What food should I eat today? Maybe which gas station you stop at to pump up. Every day we don't buy new cars and upgrade our TVs or set sail for a grandiose vacation. But every day we make decisions that affect our lives. Sending that nasty email to show them who's boss. Yelling at your spouse because you were in the right. Saving a buck, skimping here. All these decisions that we make, what to do, how to do it, when to do it, are based on emotion. Simple thing, just acknowledge it. Just say, I'm an emotional creature. I make decisions based on emotion and back them up with my logic. If you won't acknowledge that, the rest of the nuggets, the rest of the information I want to share today isn't going to be of any benefit to you, because you still think you're in control of your emotions. Your emotions are impulses, and the way you feel dictates the way you go. Now, I know there's much logic out there, so I'm not throwing that out the window. And the second nugget I want to share with you today is unpacking your emotions. Now, you may or may not have much practice and ability with talking to yourself through your emotions. Now, most decisions are emotional, right? And most of the time, the emotion we want is to feel better, to feel happy, the positive emotions. I don't know many people that purposefully choose to feel negative emotions. I know it exists, but most people want to avoid negativity, avoid anything that's hard or challenging, and go to ease, go to comfort, and our emotions drive us in that direction. So what do I mean by unpacking emotions? I'll tell you what I mean. It means sitting with yourself and saying, if I make this decision, it's going to make me feel good about myself. Why do I feel good about myself? How long is that feeling going to last? Is it really going to bring me joy or happiness? Or is it just temporary and fleeting? Now, you don't have to beat yourself down and make yourself feel bad about wanting to feel good. I'm just saying, unpack it. Open up the box. Take a look inside. Do a little inventory in your mind and in your heart and say, why do I want to feel this way? Why am I making this decision? Why did you wear blue instead of red today? Why did you choose to eat Chick-fil-A over chicken and rice? Why? Was it convenience? Because I'm in a hurry and it's going to help me get going faster? Why? Just ask why like 10 times to yourself and give yourself a real reason why and see where you end up. And do this exercise often. And what you'll find is you can take an inventory of your emotions, and it helps you separate your emotions from your logic. Because if they're still blended together, you think you're being logical. But in reality, we know you're being emotional. First nugget, all decisions are based on emotion. Second nugget, unpack your emotions. Understand why. And then the third nugget is reevaluate your emotions. This is challenging for some people because of a little factor I like to call emotional collateral. Emotional collateral is when we make decisions based on emotion and we stick with those decisions longer than we should, and we don't let go or reevaluate even if our emotions might have changed. When you buy something, you don't want to give up on it quickly. When you've invested in somebody, you're not just going to move on. We have emotional collateral to people around us, to possessions, and to our time. We guard them, we keep them safe. They're in our heart, guarded by our emotions. People that tend to make better decisions can move on from emotional collateral faster than others. If you bought a new car, you are heavily emotionally invested in that car. But yet, if you continually have to take it to the shop a couple times a year, big repairs, small repairs, the gas mileage stinks, it chews through tires, you won't get rid of the car and move on too quickly because you've built up an emotional collateral to that car. First, you made the purchase. Then you've spent money on repairs and maintenance. You've told all your friends it's an awesome car. You've even Instagrammed it before. All these things generate emotional collateral to the decisions that we've made, and we're unable to reevaluate if it's still the right thing for us today. Emotional collateral has been the hardest of these three for myself to process, because you have to go through the whole thing over and over again. Sometimes it's difficult to visit the initial emotion that led you to the decision. And once you have buyer's remorse, you back it up with more emotional decision to prove yourself right. And that just builds up your emotional collateral. If there's one thing you learned today, I hope it is that all decisions are always emotional. Because I'm emotional, you're emotional, we all are. Even the most stoic person of them all is still emotional. They just haven't acknowledged it yet. Now, I'm not advocating to be driven by your emotions. I actually believe emotions are meant to be there and they serve a purpose. But you have to separate your emotions from your decisions. And the only way to do that is acknowledge emotions exist, unpack your emotions and why you're feeling those things, and then reevaluate. Don't be afraid to cut it loose, to move on, or to change your decision later. Your emotions will drive you because of what other people think more than doing the right thing will. Now, there's thousands of scenarios for millions of decisions that are made throughout your lifetime. You can't think about them all, but if you start with one, you'll develop this technique of managing your emotions. Therefore, you'll become a better decision maker. How about that? Well, that's all for today. Don't forget to follow me on all the social media networks at The Real Shafi'i. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure to leave a comment. Make a great decision by sharing this video with some of your friends. Until next time, check your emotions